랑데 지시장 대지 타에 선전 자지지 장주스인데 야슬라리 저 보드사와 통만상 뭐세야 토마토는 진짜 장바이 만나 동나 mother sentient beings who have been kind from beginningless time. So kind to you. Yeah, because for example, turtle, I saw in TV, to lay eggs. I don't know from where they're coming, but where far? 370 days they traveled. Sometimes up in the lake, sometimes more down. I don't know what the depender. Sometimes up, sometimes more down. So like that, 370 days travel to lay egg in one particular spot. In the sand, near the beach, then they dig and then they lay egg, many eggs. Then they live in the water. They don't care. They live. Then a little later, then the babies come out. Then they go to the water. They go to the water, all go to the water, but in the meantime, the birds who come to eat, the other animals who come to eat them. So there's unbelievable trouble, to lay the eggs to this particular place. Yeah, I don't know, sort of that, hardships. So probably in the lake, in the ocean, I'm sure there are other animals who eat them. So the mother to lay the eggs like that. So like you see, and they have been very hardships like that to you, not just one time, numberless times, from beginning to birth. They did to you, being mother and thing. They said to lay egg to, you see, to give birth. I mean, for you, there's numberless times, not just one. So that you see, any sentence, even the present mother, any human being, any ants, any mosquitoes, any tiny flies, anybody do that to you. And just what total that everybody to you numberless times, not the numberless times. Being total, you're born total, you see? Yeah, that. So this kind of things are how we see the animals easier. So how much they suffer, bear hardships. You see, then you should use that they did to you. Not just one time, numberless times. You're born like that. So you had mother. You had mother. You're born like that animal. So the mother. So bear hardships for you. So you have to relate to your life, relate to you. Then you think kindness. Numberless times. Every sentence we do that to you. Numberless times. Then the customer, the wrong mouth in the ocean. Huh?
Whale? Crocodile, alligator?
Crocodile, yeah, crocodile. So the crocodile, they not in the water, but outside the sand, and yeah, they make a hole, and they lay egg is outside, near the water. So you see, before they go in the water, lake, ocean, see, the mother keep water in the mouth. Mouth is all wrong. Keep water, and all the babies keep in the water. And then the last one comes out, the tails or come out. Then inside, and she keeps in the mouth. For them to get trained, for them to get used, to get trained, live in the water. So I don't know how long they keep it, but then later they can go in the water. You see, to get trained. So like that. I don't know how long they do. Oh, you see? Not just watch, just fun, or just no. Oh, that they took care of you like that. Numberless times. Every sentient being, not only, every sentient being become crocodile, took care of you like that. Oh, literally then. Everybody, then so kind, the kindness, mother and the kindness, well, not just one time, numberless times they did to you. From beginning to the birth. That's very effective to the kindness. You know, you feel the heart, not, I'm a human being, there, crocodile, no, not that. You feel in the heart, like your mother. I don't know, many people, they think the mother is the enemy in the West. Particularly, the children. So also, when they were young, they stay with the mother, of course they can't run back. But after, what age? 13, no, 20 or something. Because the mother give always advice. So I think for child, take it as enemy. So I think I don't know which age, when they're enough to go away, so then they run away. Most of it run away. So some don't come back. But rather nephew, of course, what do you call it? Dharma. Nephew. So he was good. He ran away. I think many children run away. But you see, he ran away. But he ran away, not 3 years, I think 1 year. Do you remember? 1 year. He told me. He ran away. But you see, while he was run away, he was with friends and things. Then he remembered how his mother was so kind to him. He remembered that while he was going with his friends. He remembered that. Then he came back to home. So that's his, yes, that is, I think, kind of more good, I think, son or child. So remember the mother's kindness. And then come back to, so like that. But of course not, he's dead a long time ago. He became monk for a few years. And he, in Mongolia also, he helped us try to help. And then, then he was going to, he left to help some girls who was in problem, and then somehow got disrupted, and because of that condition was a problem, and they tried to help them, but disrupt, and then Somebody died, how many years ago? 2 years. 2 years ago he died by a car accident. Yes, he is he's a nice boy. He helped up to his house where I go sometimes. So there's stupa backside. Like in Indonesia, the Borobudur like that, not so extensive, but the shape like that, not Tibetan styles, not small. So I asked him to make a different color roof. You know plastic? Different color is on the roof. So he made different color. Small and big and small and big. So round. So that's a Kasuri post. So he did that, and then he was able to do that. Then I have a Buddha outside from Indonesia, the volcano, metal volcano, brought from Indonesia, outside building. So that Buddha, he made beams, different color beams, wires, that beams come out. So he made asked him, he made it. So he was able to do things like that. So so he was trying to help his mother, Raja's niece, cousin. So like that. He was trying to help them. So that she died. What I'm talking about? That's it. Yeah. The backside stupa. Well, I have to tell you that. Why build stupa backside the house in America after that? So Raja thought we should have dog. So I said, if we keep dog in the hand of Buddhist, we mustn't let the dog to be born in the lower realm. We should take care of the dog to not be reborn lower realm. We should allow if a dog kept in the hand of Buddhist. So then you see the news went, I think, close to center, Bajapani Center. This is Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz, or you have to go beyond Santa Cruz? Huh? Santa Cruz, okay. 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 So they heard we need dogs. So then, one girl who, where the place they keep animals, dogs. One dog and nobody took. So the girl took, but she had to go to Mexico. So she brought the dog to us. And these dogs are not easy to get close. You might bite. So they bought Geshe Sopa and then few students, Peter, the Métier project. They also Massimo Caruna, Italy. So Sojer from France, who has many centers in the world, he came and bite. With even pet, didn't bite. So, yeah. So his name is Omane Peme Hum. I gave him. to leave positive imprint. To leave positive imprint. Plant the seed of enlightenment in his mind. Oh, for that, called Omani Pemahum. If you call what you call Kazari. If you call him potato or Kazari. I mean, what's the use of that? What's the benefit of that? You see? No benefit. So you see, we have a dog at Dharmakaya during Lama Yeshe's time. During Lama Yeshe's time, we have many dogs. Many puppies, mixed with the Lhasa puppy, flat nose. We have about, one time we have about 13 or 14. So I gave name, whole path to enlightenment. Renunciation, bodhicitta, right view, Nurpur, Dzogchen, Mahamudra, Chuk, Dharmakaya, Rupakaya, Chugu, Sugu, Tongni, so Chamba, whole path on the dog. So to leave positive imprint on their mind. To bring the enlightenment, so to bring samsara. So even by name, you can benefit. So you have to think like that. Even from name, you can benefit to the mind. You see, free from samsara, bring the enlightenment. So everywhere you have to help. Everywhere, not just, not like that. It's as a, no meaning, no purpose. So, sorry. After Lama passed away, somebody asked for a dog. Embassy, we were also embassy, I think British embassy, I think maybe in Delhi. She asked dog. So I gave a dog. But I gave commitment, not money. Commitment. She has to recite. She has to recite the Kachara, a foundation good quality for the dog, the prayer. Because this time I didn't get to recite foundation good quality. Normally, after Hasutra, we recite before Mandala, but didn't get time. Lama Tsongkhapa wrote the whole path to enlightenment, foundation good quality. So she's not particularly Buddhist or nothing, but it's very sincere, very kind, sincere person, not particularly Buddhist. So I gave her this to read for the dog every day. So she did that. After 1 year, then one day, but the gate was opened. The gate was opened, then the dog went through, and then she lost the dog. But I was supposed to give her another dog, but that didn't happen. But very kind, she did that. She did that very sincerely. Very kind. Very nice lady, I think. I don't remember whether I talked to her. Anyway, because now all died. Now all died. I don't know whether there's even one left or not. All died, dead. So anyway, I'm not going to go. I'm not going to spread out my talk. But I must tell this for you to learn. So I said, we must build a stupa backside the house for the dog. So that's why we built. There was built one student. He was a monk. What's his name? Brian. Yeah. He was a monk for a few years. So during that time, she built backside. So they were like but small. lot of tattas, a lot of statue Buddha inside. So many tattas inside, not empty. Then outside, many Kadamba stupas, many big ones, not the biggest one on the middle. Then this side big one, then there's many small ones, Kadamba stupa. Then the medicine Buddha statues and Michupa, the small Michupa, very purifying, very powerful for purification. Usually when the people die, older people died, then in Tibet, Solo Kumbhasa make tata for purifying to help the person who died, in order to purify all negative karma, to if it's born to Lord, to live it out, to liberate. So make a tata, a statue, you see, printed there. Then you bring on the mountain or put in the cave where to protect from rain, or you build a small stupa, square kind of stone, then you put it inside to protect like that. Even Solkumbo, so like that, it's very common to make tata, Michupa, immovable Buddha. The mentors are powerful. It's very common. After eating meat, then you collect the bones. Even his one has told me to do that. Told that you initiate. See, collect the bones, then recite the mantra and bless, to purify the animal died, then you get karma. It was very powerful. So they then liberated from the lower realm, get higher birth, they meet dharma and achieve enlightenment. So it's very, very powerful. So, the mantra, before death, if you see the mantra, then very heavy negative karma, abandon holy dharma, get purified. You see, if you create the abandon holy dharma, that is so heavy negative karma, like having destroyed all the temples, all the statues, all the scriptures, all the holy objects you destroy in the world. It's more than that heavy negative karma. Abandon. For example, while it is Buddha's teaching, then this is less about, because you don't like, you renounce from the object of respect. You see, this is less about it. This is Hidana, like that. I'm Mahayana, like that, you see. Because I'm President Tantra, so Mahayana Sutra, don't like, you see, the abandon of Dharma. So, either you are Hidana, but Tantra is Mahayana, or this wrong religion, or something like that, that's abandon. While is Buddha's teaching, not knowing, you see, Buddha has a level revealed because there are different level of mind sentient beings. One teaching doesn't fit to everybody. So generally, let's say teaching, gradable teaching, Mahayana Sutra, Mahayana Tantra. So there are different levels. So like that. Yeah, those who are much, those who have great intelligence, lot of merit, then Mahayana teaching, Sutra. Then even more, so much good karma, so much marriage, so fortunate, then reveal Tantra, Mahayana Tantra, all of that, you see. So then, because the Hinayana contradict Mahayana Tantra, or there's Hindu Tantra, or there's not Buddha teach Tantra, all kinds of that, you see. So it's avoiding for the Dharma. So that's very easy to happen. For example, emptiness or abhidhamma kosha or some, this is no benefit to me, I don't need it, you or renounce. Even though it's difficult to understand, but you have to keep it, may I understand in the future like that. Then you have to think like that. That's correct. Even if you don't understand, even if you don't come out to understand. So not thinking, what's the use of this for me? It's a wild Buddha teaching you give up. That is about dharma. So you have to understand all the different karmas, what is the heaviest and those. Then you see, if you see this mantra, totally get purified. This is abandon holy dharma. This very heavy karma. Then I criticize the Sangha. Criticize Sangha is a very negative karma that is said, at least you get to experience even little suffering of that. So heavy. So those get purified. Those negative karma, by seeing just mantra, get purified. So, and then kill the Father, Mother, kill the Arhat, kill the one who is free, kill the cause blood Buddha, this is the Sanghas. So the Kasura, or whatever I'm going to say. So we have Tata, it's just outside. So that I thought to bring the dog every day, the stupa, myself and then everybody in the house. So yes, we did, but I didn't get done as I thought. But we did bring the one who took care most is the kuka, the Swiss nun, and she took care the most around the stupa, bring the dog around the stupa to purify, all of that. Yeah, so much is done, but other people didn't. So when the dog Kasure died, I was not there, so I was here. Well, then Holy was there. So the dog died, but nothing particular, tongues hanging, or usually when you die, kind of sad face or something like that. So he was like in sleep, same as like in sleep, like that. So she kept the dog. So because I think like sleep. So I think she kept. So after 3 days, breath stopped. After 3 days, then blood came out. Blood. Then blood came out through the nose. That's you see. You did the meditation. You did the meditation about the death process or no? Yes. Okay. But nobody dead. Nobody died. So the indestructible seed, like such a bean, you see, here half white and half red. So, Kasure, the opens. So if the female, Kasure, Omani was female or male? So blood came out. So blood, so the from navel, which comes the heart, shoots it. Then that comes up, opens, and the comes up. To the nose comes out. Then down there, I think normally it's a white seed comes out. It should be like this. For female, then for female white seed, her nose, blood down there, white seed. And for the male, I think blood. Then sperm come out. So, yeah, it's a little bit different, male, female. So, however, the dog, after 3 days, then came out to the blood. After blood, then there was smell after that. So, then she took it away. So, you have to know, it is said in the text, general death consciousness stays 3 days. Consciousness stays 3 days. It doesn't go away immediately. 3 days. You have to know that. Because in the West, I haven't learned yet. Society doesn't know that. So, so many times, you know, the hospital definition of death, so that doesn't cover. So many times, people brought at the cemetery in the box, then the skirt, the person became alive. The person, not dead, conscience still there. So not actually become just temporarily unconscious. So consciousness is there, but not alive, temporarily. So the person woke up, then the scratch the box. They happened many times in Kalimpong and India and West. Many times they scratch the box, because you put in the box, so the person not dead. Many times it happened. I think sometimes it happened, then that person was able to get up. It's okay. But we see what happened in Nepal a long time ago. One person's body, the father of the family, brought the Pashupatnanda to burn. If you burn, but the person is not dead. He just temporarily become unconscious. See? Probably heart beating is not there, breathing. So, but then you see, after putting on the wood for burn, then you see consciousness come alive. So, then everybody, because nobody came back to home from cemeteries, nobody. There's no story. He brought up there, nobody came back to home. So everybody beat him. No, it's inauspicious. So all the workers, they carried wood, then beat him, they killed him there. You see? So all of that happened. So, one time I saw, but one man was bringing, but it didn't seem dead. But he couldn't breathe without the breath, But he didn't look dead. So many times from cemetery, then become alive, come back. So that's because the definition of death, hospital definition of death is not complete, not missing in the definition is not completed. So that happens. So that's very dangerous. Very dangerous. Yeah, very dangerous. So there are many people not dead, but consciously there. But of course stopped, heart breathing. But then after some time they got alive. So that so the West hospital is haven't whole thing about evolution, death, evolution, rebirth. Haven't known completely. So so all of that. So many times happened, even in India. I saw. So I think. So he was no particular, sad face, no, just like sleep. So possible that, because many times he went down to stupa, so he may have died in the virtuous thoughts. So peaceful death. But I thought I might meet a child or incarnation of the dog, you see, something. But didn't I thought that so 3 days, for see, not sudden death by accident, but general death, it's conscious stays for 3 days. Of course, if you are in a state of meditation at the time of death, that time then meditators they meditate on the clear light, nature mind, the clear light. So, that Rinpoche, his Dharma's guru, was a meditation for 18 days. 18 days, right? Do you remember? 18 days. The Rinpoche was meditation 18 days. Oh, then there was another Gadantiba, the Indrama, who the original Lama Tsongkhapa, three Gadantibas before, and then 2 Gadantibas before, then the Gadantiba he passed away. And he was meditating for a long time. 3 or 4, I think. Yeah, 20 days or something, long time was a meditation. So that. Or sometimes sitting up. I saw a Lama Baksa in India where Prime Minister Nehru and Mahatma Gandhi were present. So many people were killed during British time. So after 8 years, it was a little bit starting, because I was sort of a children's study, but, philosophy there. So the Buddhist philosophy there, so there's Rinpoche, one Lama, very high Lama from Tibet, very high Lama. So before he passed away, some years he acted as crazy. So our house is not very near, but quite close. Quite close. So, he was singing the Namtar, Tibetan song, Namtar, the historical story, sing special song, Namtar. So you can hear the voice and like that. So one time I was taken by a monk, semi disciple of our teacher, Geshe Sopa. So took me there. So the Lama, I met the Lama. So the Lama had Tibetan tea in the silver, this like lotus shaped cup. It's a Tibetan tea. So he put the grease, butter, the grease, Tibetan tea, the butter. So put my face. And then his manager wanted to clean. He cleaned with a towel. Yeah, I'm supposed not to clean. That's good luck. That's very good. The Lama is a great practitioner, so I'm supposed to keep it. I think the manager wanted to clean. The Lama asked me to stretch out my tongue, so I stretched out. The Lama said, "Okay, good." Then the Lama was taking snip. Snap. Lama was taking snap. So he told me to take. So a manager didn't let. So you're supposed to accept, because that helps how to develop wisdom and all that. So Lama's a great Lama. So yeah. So anyway, after he passed away, I went to see him with the same monk. He was meditating like this. Passed away. I think he was meditating for, I don't know, 1 week or something. And the nose, there's a pimple of the water on the top nose, like silver. Water dew. Water dew on the pimple. He was meditating like this. Great. Fantastic. That was a great practitioner. Like that. So many, his college monks, many monks came to see, take blessing. So the so the even dog, any slow death, not by a car accident or something, but not sudden death, but killed, but it's natural death or something. That's why. Then 3 days stays, stays 3 days, even for common people. Not only the meditator, but even common people. So they have to know that. So that's why the dog, she kept the dog, and they only continued after 3 days. So when this came, when the blood or sperm depends on the blood, so then the continent leaves that time. Continent left. Then you can smell the body. Before that you don't smell. So if you smell upon the water, then the continent left. That's one thing. The other one is because of the you hold the skin and then you do like this. If you stress up, then it's dead. Continent left. If it goes back like this, goes back, then it's not dead. The continent is still there. So that things, yeah. That so they're able to help the dog. Now there's another dog called Uma, middle way, Uma. Another dog, but do not bite to anybody. Should nobody bite, the total opposite dog. So that, anyway, so now, so if you have, but now we make Katamas do a big one. A big one we didn't make, only few, then broke. Then this size, we have, then this size, many. But you see, they're true stupas. Well, before I reached at home, I was at Geshe Sopa's place, medicine, teaching course. So I sent a message to build a small stupa at the door, because I have diabetes, to go around. So, square, like throne, like stupa throne, square, this size, this size, I mean, maybe a little bit bigger or something, or this. Then inside, full of tata, statue of Buddha. So there's 3 levels, one level like step. So big. Then outside Katamas still big one. So then all are lined by Michukpa tata, very beautiful. I got the first one in Australia. It was given by a nun called Bonnie. She's in retreat and dharma. So I'm not going to talk more there because it takes a lot of time. So she gave me that one. That was my first tata. So beautiful, the hands and so nice. So yeah, so full of that on 3 levels. I think they're full of tsatsa lined up so nicely. So, because very, yeah. So around the flowers on the step to go to on the way to the house. So I was supposed to go around, but didn't get to go around much. So only the backside stupa sometimes, not every day, but so sometimes go around stupa by reciting, reading text, dharma text, very important. Dharmakaya Sutra, the different texts, where Samajuru text, something going around with the house people and things like that. So this is the door. Didn't only when you come, then I go sometimes three times around like that. Yeah. So, but I asked for diabetes. Diabetes, so to exercise for that. So, anyway, it becomes also purification because it's about so unbelievable purification. Nirkama. So diabetes can burn nirkama. Or cancer, whatever it is, they can burn nirkama, so they purify. So, so I'm saying that if you have generally, doesn't mean you have to have dog, but it's a stupa. To have a stupa, you can be small, you can have a big stupa. Yeah, it's so important at the house, outside the house, or inside the house. So important, so important, so important. So you see, even your commitment to recite mantra or things, you can go around so you don't fall asleep. Or you see, yes, if you sit and you may fall asleep, or then you talk, so you go around. Then at least you create a good karma with the body, at least. It's unbelievable figures, the one stupa, one small stupa, one statue, it has the mantra of dharmakaya relics inside. So the secret relic is one. Then stainless pinnacle stainless pinnacle dates mantra is one. Then Chandru Jembu, the ornament of enlightenment is one. Then another one, stainless beam mantra, I think. So 4 dharmakaya relics. So secret relic mantra inside. If there's one mantra, there's an extensive benefit, but I'm just saying, to show importance. So if you have mantra of secret relic inside, one, then you go around the stupa or statue, you go around like this, one time like this, or then purified cause of negative karma of all the 8 hot hells. 8 hot hells, negative karma, all that totally get purified, down to the unbearable hot hell, the karma to be born, suffer all in all the 8 hot hell, men hell or 8 hot hell, totally get purified, just to go around one time. And then very easy to be born in Pure Land when you die. Pure Land Buddha. So Amitabha Buddha would be the Pure Land. And so easy to achieve realization, so easy. What that makes so easy to achieve enlightenment without taking much time to be free from samsara and so much unbelievable. I'm just telling you this, just see it. Yes. So whether you have dog or not doesn't matter. But just yourself, and then family or maybe outside people, they go around. What do I see? So unbelievable benefit, purification, so easy to be from samsara. So. It's amazing. So if you do commitment, then you fall asleep, then many distractions. So you go around, you do the virtue things. For example, in abstracts, I have in my room there's many relics and Buddha's many great yogis, many relics, and the many pictures around in the room. The different categories. So one time I had to make phone call for it took 1 hour to one student, Italy, the Pepito, see. So I took the opportunity to go around the stupa while I'm talking. So you see, at least you collect a cause of enlightenment with your body. So you see, meaningful. You make your life meaningful. Even your talking is not a virtue. So then Raja and Holy, they work in the office. So I told them, whether they have to make phone call every day, all day long. So I mean, on and on. So I said, so the table upside around, then 3 levels or something. You see, inside such as the big Kadama stupa. Then many Kadama stupas are around. So beautiful. Then, so they all are talking. They go around. See. So at least they have virtuous action, cause of enlightenment. You create cause of enlightenment, at least with the body. Even the talk didn't become virtue, things like that. So you don't waste your life. You don't waste a precious human life. You don't waste. Life is very short, and death can happen any time. So it's so good. It's not expensive. Because people don't know, general people don't know, no idea. So then when the problem comes, you worry about, you cry, you worry about, but don't know purification lasts. So that. So great opportunity, you don't know. So you don't give opportunity to yourself. For example, even the guest comes, you do the guest, you talk to the guest, you take around. You see, the guest, it purifies so much in the karma of the guest. Even he doesn't believe, they got this karma, but it purifies him. So it creates cause of enlightenment. So for example, I didn't mention yesterday, sorry, my talk, get wrong. So the Kasuri, offering to holy object Buddha Sangha, holy object, even Buddha Sangha, or statue, stupa, sculpture, prostration, offering, going around. So those things, even is done with the motivation, non-dharma, or attachment cling to this life. Even the mind is not dharma, but by the power of the holy object, your action going round, circumambulation, make offering, prostration becomes a virtue, becomes a cause of enlightenment. Becomes a cause of enlightenment. But not from your mind, but generally, your action becomes cause of enlightenment. First place is become dharma. So your mind has become dharma first. Then bodhicitta. Or then your actions can become cause of enlightenment. Otherwise not. But here, but such is the exceptional thing. Holy object, Buddha Dhamma, statues, stupas, scriptures, Buddha Dhamma Sangha, only you go around, going around, circumambulation, prostration, makeover, those becomes cause of, not only Dhamma, cause of enlightenment. So even dogs, even birds, even flies going around become cause of enlightenment. So they say 80 years old, Chinda Palpe Kasuri, he met Dharma only after 80 years old. Dharma became a monk, and then he realized Kasuri into the path, got renunciation to samsara, realizing samsara needs to suffering, all that. And then in that life, they become achieve I am path, wisdom, darkness, emptiness, and possible in their life to achieve nirvana. So after, he practiced dharma only after 80 years old. So that's Buddha said, why? Because so many years ago, he was born fly. Was born fly, but fly, and there was a stupa. So there was cow dung around, cow dung in the water. So the fly follow the smell of cow dung around. Not because the stupa, I want to go down. No, just because attachment follow the smell of cow dung. So become second manipulation. By the way, just one. Oh, that was that virtuous action was the cause to be human being and to monk this life. After 80 years old, and then I'm not going to do this story. This was time. So then you become Arya being, the wisdom directly perceived, and then maybe that life he achieved nirvana. So like that. So this, you can have a big story about small story, anything you see. What I'm saying. Even for the insects, because you could see the cause of enlightenment is going around. The four dharmakaya relics. This is the even without putting the mantra inside, it's already a holy object. For example, children in the sand they play. They put it one side, the stupa. They play. They think the building stupa. Or even they create cause of enlightenment. Which doesn't have the exact shape, but you see the stupa put one there, one there. This building stupa, so they create cause of enlightenment. It doesn't have the exact shape, like this, like the stupa tongue. Doesn't have to. So it's like that. It's mentioned in the benefits of the whole object. Making statues was mentioned that. Even children playing was a big cause of enlightenment. So it's a holy object. Even without the mantra, it's already a holy object. So you go around to procession, offering, whatever you everything becomes cause of enlightenment. That's unbelievable. Then you put the relics in. Then you put the four relics. They give unbelievable power. Every atom with unbelievable power. Infinite benefit. The stupa statues fill up the man. We just finished one stupa, Sulakumbu. There was big stupa before, but the earthquake destroyed. Then I went there, but he didn't ask. But the second, after that, the older women, older mothers, and children, they go around. So because the young people, they go for work, trekking in the West Road, so the older mother says, I want to see the stupa rebuild before I die. So then I think he affected his mind. Then he asked me to help. So we finished the Tenpa Chöden, the manager of the Kopan Monastery. Tenpa Chöden, he built, I finished, same size, about same shape, but not that big size, a bit smaller. But about the stupa. We just finished, that's one, besides the Bendigo and other things. The smallest, we saw many built. After I saw the benefits, unbelievable. In the Kanjur Buddha explained. So built many. There's here you see here, besides the here, all the different Yeah, so that in the sense, so I have to go there to on the mountain to bless where they're waiting as well. But the old people, father, mothers who live there, so children, so the animals, and so they collect many cause of enlightenment. They don't know what's dharma, you see. I mean, there's so much opportunity to listen teachings or to learn. But you see, so this way purify all the dharma and create cause of enlightenment, prepare samsara. So that. It is not of this Buddhist tradition, Buddhist culture, this prayer, this making stupa, this culture. No, not like that. If you read the benefits, it can be unbelievable. This benefits of this four dharmakaya relics, all of that. So to have in your house, you have, there's the big table. Then you build the big table. Then you for 3-4 levels inside the tatsam. Then you stupa or statue or some tatsam, beautifully set up. Then you see around the offerings. Then you see every day you can go around for purification as we can do your commitment to that. It's so good, unbelievable. So, so good. This one time, precious human rebirth you have received is about one time. So, but not so much expense, not so expensive. I mean, it's not expensive at all. So that. Okay, now go back. Yes. Okay. Now go back where? Can't remember. The many things are what are the people, animals, so much. Be a hardship, swap up a trip, the baby. So much. So for me, at the airport, I watch the family. 3-4 children, and they cry. Someone crying, someone this, someone this, crying. Blah, 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 blah. For me, I watch 5 minutes, I get bored. Parents, mother. I get bored. After watching 5 minutes, I get bored. So you see, now, that, and then I think this time in America, I think of San Francisco or somewhere, there was a Muslim lady taking care one boy and son, one boy daughter. So she was totally paying attention, looking after them, and then they were close to us. They moved back with the pillows. There's some pictures. So she was constantly looking after the girl, the young girl, not old, so looking after them. Then I thought, oh, like how she took care of the two kids, exactly she did like that to me. Exactly, she took him like that, looked after me when I was born to her. Then you feel her close to your heart when you think that. But of course that's not just one time. Numberless times she took care of you. You were born to her, she took care of you, being mother, like that, numberless times. Not just one time, numberless times. So when you think that, then you see, when you think nobody's far, nobody's something, all between, kind of this, whatever, this time. No, so you feel close, your heart. You know? You feel close to heart. So like that with everybody. See? So not only human beings, but also with the animals, and any kind of animal. So yeah. So I think it's good to what you see, how they do. So how they take care their children, protecting children, and so the deer I'm telling to spread and German, and so they maybe quite recent time I think the mother deer. I think that maybe the few deer are children, so somewhere they're close by. And then you see mother deer, she stood, she did not run away. The three tigers around. So she gave her body, she let me, she offer her to be given to tiger. So that protect her children, so that's why they don't eat children that way. So children there, she was looking at children, and and there were three tigers. They just starting to, So the deer was standing, not running, looking at her. So that you see. Oh, that's so that's you see same thing she did like that to you, numberless times in the past. Oh, she gave up her life. To the enemy, Number times so she did like that to you. So well. So anyway, so all kinds of how we see in the TV or movie or what we actually see, or so like that, you see. Did that relate to you? Did that to you when you're born? When you're born animal. Example here, I'm talking animal. So all something happen deer, then you're born, then took care of you, blah, 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 like that. I mean, so oh. Yeah. So tomato ne tije 장바이 만원도 나란데 지시자. Mothers mothers and siblings who have been kind to you from beginning to birth. If they're suffering, then you're being happy. They're suffering, then you see you are comfortable. You see, so what's the use of that? For example, you see, mother is attacked by a tiger down on the ground. Then you climb over the tree, you sing song, because you are free. No, you're not attacked by a tiger. So because you are free from a tiger attack. So you sing song. So you see, so how that is cruel? How that is so cruel? Not helping the mother. Protect from the tiger attack. So then you think you are free and sing song. So how that is so selfish. For example, how that is so selfish. You see, like that. So you think of only your own happiness. You see, the numberless endemons are unbelievable suffering from beginning to birth. So you are born to them, and you see the mother creating karma. Didn't have bodhicitta, didn't have renunciation, didn't have realization, emptiness. So just the attachment, so strong attachment to you, and then all the actions of body, speech, mind, all the negative karma to attack you. The culture, all the hardships, protecting your life, danger, permanent hundreds of danger each day. Then bear hardships, so much of them, so it creates so much negative karma for you. So much negative karma. Then the result, they will suffer in the lower realm. Hell, universe, animal, they have to suffer. Not just one time, life to life. One year come out, result of 500 lifetimes. Then every day you see, so millions, they are suffering the 6 realms and special law realm. So you see, so due to because you're born in, so they create so much karma. Protect your life danger from the hardship, Papa. Then bear so much hardship for you. Papa, so much things. Then it's been suffering for 100,000 Papa lifetimes for Papa. So like that from beginning to birth. Papa. So much suffering, so much. So like that. If you don't practice dharma in this life, if you meet dharma but don't, or other ones, you learn dharma intellectually but never practice, like university to get a university degree or something like that. You see. So that you can make money to teach others, but never practice, never subdue the mind, never reduce the delusion, the cause of suffering. And like that. So anyway, so didn't practice dharma in this life. Then again you have to born in samsara, continuously. So you are born to the sentient beings, being mother. So again, they have to create so much drama. They have to suffer for endlessly again. Not only from beginningless rebirth, again, endlessly they will suffer. Oh, you're born to them, then they create up in the ground to take you. Then they will suffer again endlessly. So now, therefore, now your practicing dharma is so important, not just for your happiness, but for the happiness of numberless sentient beings. For the happiness of numberless sentient beings, for you to practice dharma. So important to realize emptiness, to realize bodhicitta, to announce it. This is without talking tantra realization. So practicing dharma is for the happiness for every sentient being, numberless sentient being in each realm, to be free from samsara. So you don't have to born to them again, and then so that so that will suffer for you at least. So that's one thing. The other thing is to make them free from samsara, to help and to bring to enlightenment. That. So your practicing dharma is not a small thing, not for you, or to not be born or the kind of not just that. How important is can you imagine? For every helpings, the numberless universe, there are helpings in every universe. So for everyone, to everyone, to free from samsara, to reach enlightenment. At least you don't have born to them. Then they couldn't suffer. So for example, numberless ants in the numberless universe. So you see, for them to free from samsara and to bring to enlightenment. Can you imagine? So like that. So you're practicing dharma. So you are coming to Kopan this time to the course. That's for every. That's for now. You can see, it's not just for yourself. No, it's not just for your own happiness. No, it's for every sentient being. It's for every sentient being to not suffer. For you to help to not suffer, free from samsara, and bring to enlightenment by you. So your Kopan course is for that. Now we have to understand big way, big way. Before small, just yourself. Now every sentient being, every creature, every tiny flies. For everyone, to be free from samsara, to bring enlightenment. There you come to Kopan, you come to learn meditation with the dharma, Kopan. You should understand the way. You should understand the way. So every day during course, every day during discussion, meditation, teaching, listening to, it's about that. For you to be free of samsara, then for you to help, numberless helping, numberless sangha, numberless enemy, numberless everyone free from samsara and bring to enlightenment. For that, you're doing for that. Manatuna, Rangdechi Shicha, what is the use of myself being comfortable? If mothers, numberless mothers suffering. So like the example I gave, you're on top of the tree, then you're free from, you don't have a problem to be eaten by a tiger. So it sings on. Your mother, who's who gave the body, human body, precious human body, I mean, that's why there's so much of kindness. She's being attacked by attackers down there. So, yeah, that. So that's why. What do you serve yourself to the comfortable after happiness, all numberless mothers suffering. When kind to you, numberless being mother from beginning to Manaduna, Randechisha. Therefore, to liberate numberless beings from the oceans of suffering, then generate Bodhicitta is the Bodhisattva's practice. Okay, that's the motivation. But I became long talk. Okay, yeah, all right. So then the case was like that. That's not myself, that's not liberated, not just liberated from samsara, but really to enlightenment person doing order to free the numberless endeavors from the oceans or something, bring to enlightenment. So therefore I'm going to listen to teaching. Oh, like that. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So what's that? Need break? No. Huh? Need pee or not? Yeah, need pee or something else. Need pee or something else. For something else. Huh? Breathing. Oh, continue. Huh? Okay, pee. Pee. Okay, thank you.
It's a short break, okay?
If you just come back from Ratika. She's been teaching all the young monks and taking care of all the young monks. She did really, really good job. She taught the Lupan, she taught the little girl, she taught the little boy.
Lupan is learning English?
Yes. Yeah, she's been teaching everybody English, and now the monks have got so much more confidence from her. And she's very, very passionate about helping the monks. And
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi. You're from where?
I'm from Bulgaria, Eastern Europe.
Bulgaria. How many population?
Population about 6 million.
No.
Small country.
6 million. They're Tibetans. 6 million. Tibet.
Yes.
More or less.
Bigger.
So here, my teacher, Geshe Sopa Rinpoche, said, so the purpose of the Buddha descending in this world is only to free the sentient beings. That means us, sentient beings, from the oceans of samsara suffering and to lead in the liberation and the state of omniscience. Only for that, no other purpose. So that then from Sutra it explained, Tunum Dikpa Chui Mijushi Dre Duan Chaka Misela Niju Toba Chala Pomende Chunyi Demba Debe Troju. So Tunum is the mighty ones, mighty ones, Buddhas, mighty ones. Dikpa Chui Mijushi, do not wash away the negative karma with water. Like Hindus, they put the body in the river Ganga and then think it purified. So not like that. The second one is the mighty ones, the mighty ones that begin mentioned. So the second one is not not take it out the suffering of the transmigratory beings with hands. So that means like taking out a thorn gone in the flesh, they take it out with finger, like that. So not like that, with the hand. Eliminating suffering of transmigratory beings, including us. So with the hand, with Buddha's hand, not Niji Tokpa, the third one, Niji Tokpa permanent. So his own realization transferring in our mind, within us, not in that way. Then how the mighty one liberate us sentient beings? It's then by revealing the truth. Ultimate reality, truth. Liberate us by revealing the ultimate reality, truth. So I've been talking many days and we've been meditating. So. So as it said by Buddha, Sanje ju duze duye tapsu. Chobun jiri shitunda tabu sungyan. Te tamchige shita tabu chujing. Sangyan tongwara sungwe chuni. Oda se for the method to subdue the object to be subdued, the sentient beings who are object to be subdued. Buddha has taught what is the far-famed, the 84,000 teachings by Buddha. But the basis of all that, so this becomes the basis of all that. So what the Buddha has taught at the beginning, after enlightenment, after he achieved enlightenment. The first will of Dharma revealing exactly the practice and the abandonment of the Four Noble Truths. So this, commonly known, or what is commonly known as, for our friend. So this is. Then this Mithya Buddha said, ornament of sutra, the Sutra of Alankara. Sutra of Alankara. Dodejen. Neni shecha nijune pangchalas. The disease is to be known. Disease is to be known. The cause of the disease to be abandoned. Then many temperatures. So the happiness, abiding in happiness. So after we abandon cause of disease, then you see you become free from disease. Possible by knowing the disease. Then you abandon cause of disease. This is giving example. So then, you have happiness. Then you have happiness. So abiding in Dikatori. Abiding in happiness is what to be achieved. Many temperature, the medicine is to follow, to depend on, to follow. Duan Judan, Tekopata, Tijinlam. So the previous was the example. So now to see. Like that. The suffering and cause of suffering, the cessation of the suffering, like that, a path which leads to that. So that what is to be known, what is to be announced, what is to be known, suffering, what is to be announced, the cause of suffering. Ripatas, the cessation of the suffering. Tempertas, relevant the path. Shesumutal, like that. So Geshe let's explain. Example, in the world, somebody who is possessed by very heavy sicknesses, heavily tormented by sicknesses. So to be free from sicknesses, first of all, have to recognize the sickness, the shortcomings of sickness. from where the sickness came from. They look for the cause, and then cut the cause. That's need to look for the cause. Need to look for the cause. So that one. So cut, not that one. Need to look for the cause. Then after that, you wish forever free from the disease and the cause of disease. For that method, then you need to take profound medicine and wise doctrine correctly. Then this way, you totally cured from the disease and cause of disease. So also Buddha, taught, resolved the true suffering. In order to know the sentient beings who are tormented by the suffering of samsara, to know the essence of the suffering of samsara and shortcomings of that. So I mentioned already, the thought, the result suffering. Therefore, where these sufferings came, the cause, the karma and delusion. To renounce, to avoid, to abandon. To abandon, then taught the true truth. At the cause, the all rising. Cause all rising is the karma and delusion. So the second truth, true suffering, true cause of suffering. That one, true cause of suffering, is taught. Then after that, you generally wish to be free from the suffering and the cause of the suffering. So to achieve that liberation, to actualize that, then the result, true suffering is taught. The third suffering, true cessation of suffering is taught. After that, in order to meditate the graduate path, achieving the liberation, which means to achieve liberation. In Buddha taught the method to liberation. The cause the true path. The cause of liberation, the true path. So as a for the teaching. The true teachers are in true path, so for the from Sutra, yeah. From Sutra, Dini Tunga Pape Dembao. Dini Kunjung Pape Dembao. So the quotation from Sutra, this is the true suffering, truth for the exalted beings. The suffering is truth for the exalted beings. This all rising is truth for the all exalted beings. So something truth is your suffering, true path. Then it is said, suffering should be known. All rising should be abandoned, cause. The cessation should be actualized, meditated on the path. So, so the quotations. Yeah, So like that, birth, the rebirth, old age, sickness, death, the result of true suffering. The karma and delusions, that's the cause of circling samsara. So cause, the true of the cause, the all-rising, the true truth, the cause and result, depend on samsara. The result, free from samsara, is the cessation, true cessation of suffering, or liberation. The method to achieve that true path, so that's taught by Buddha generally. Then, particular, like human being, from one life to another life, being under the control of delusion karma, without interruption. You get reborn in samsara. So that's a way of circling the samsara. By ceasing the karma, the cause delusion, with the result suffering, then then there, 12 dependent related limb. So I explain through the evolution, from ignorance, karma, or that is it taught. The lungdo, the dead, old age and death. They come from Kasure. But Kasure, becoming craving, grasping, grasping, craving, or then go back like that. Down to ignorance. So Lungdo. So explained by Buddha. So that is the first dependent rising, or first dependent rising. To explain that, there is a lesbical sutra. There is a sutra of plant as well. The earth, the sugar plant. I think rice plant or something. Rice peeling. What? rice seedling. Huh? Rice seedling. Okay. So Buddha taught extensively from the Mind Sutra. The Lesbical Sutra and also the Rice seedling, the Mind Sutra, Buddha taught extensively. The Sutra of Rice, Sutra of seedling, rice seedling. Buddha hold the rice seedling. Buddha hold rice seedling in the hand, and any bhikshus who see the dependent arising, that will see the dharma. Who will see the dharma will see Buddha. So I think we see dharma is the emptiness, I think. So by explaining this, the dependent arising has two outer and inner dependent arising. So outer dependent arising in the world. In the world, the farmers who are cultivating, farmers plant seed of rice, and then put water in the water. A mineral. Put water in the middle and the heat. So those then the customer procrastinate. Huh? Sötava. So you plant seed of the rice, then you put mineral water, then heat, and then you see, what do you call it then? Make it grow, make it sprout, yeah, sprout. Propagate. Huh?
Yeah, propagate.
Then from there, stems and the leaves and the flowers, the result happens gradually. Then having the previous evolution that happened, then later evolution happened. So without previous evolution, then the evolution doesn't happen. Use the example. So now the inner dependent arising. The dependent arising from ignorance up to old age death. It is the inner dependent arising. So that's use the example for to understand this. So here, in this sutra, ignorance, the cultivator, the farmer, cultivator, in the field of karma, fields like karma. In the field of karma, they plant the seed of consciousness. Then make it wet by the water of craving, grasping. Then actualize the stem, the named form. So here, very first ignorance, holding the eye, means holding the eye means not mere level mind, you're holding the real eye. So that one motivates the action. So that ignorance is the cultivator. Like that. From the field, various crops, bad and good, various crops grow from the field. Like that, from the karma, a result, rebirth, samsara rebirth, good and bad, various rises from the karma. So that's like the field. Karma is like the field. The consciousness until the result is ripened, it holds potential or seed of bad and good karma. So the consciousness is like the seed. With the water and heat makes wet the seed, makes it rapid, makes it rapid, the seed to be rapid. So immediately to rise stem. Like that, the becoming with wetness of the craving, grasping, Jana Katsure. What the word you used before? Propagate. Propagate.
Propagate.
Propagate.
She said it.
Propagate. Propagate. Huh? Propagate, I'm not sure. So, becoming with the wetness of the craving, grasping, propagate. To the to the seed of the karma. So that makes it to ripen, to grow, that's what the seed of karma. So then to come the next life, to actually rise the next life from that. Then that's they become the water and the minerals. Chima mayangado namsi 참자네 껴알랑만이 유뉴구 째와다 next life in the womb. So that's like the stem, growing the stem. The result stem, growing the stem. Then there's some other quotation. Then ignorance obscures to see the reality. Karmic formation, that plant seed of the reincarnation, next reincarnation, plant the seed of the next reincarnation. The consciousness join or lead to next life, to next life. So in that way, the transmigrator brings become ignorant, because deluded. So says there's a little. It explains little difference from previous quotation. So like that, 12 different related limb. It is said, if there is this, then this will rise. Because this is born, so that is born. So like that. Because of ignorance, then the compound phenomena. It's a compounding action rises. And because compound action rises, so consciousness, from that consciousness. Due to consciousness, then the named form rises. From named form, then six bases rises. From there, then contact rises. From contact, then feeling rises. From feeling, the craving rises. From craving, grasping rises. From grasping, the becoming rises. From birth, the old age and death. Old age, death, also sorrow, menga domba. Menga domba. Menga domba. Yelling? No. Screaming, I mean, suffering, yelling, I mean, screaming, the suffering. Lamentation. Okay, I don't know. Then suffering, unhappy mind, then fight, those happens. So like this, great heap of the suffering, only great heap of the suffering arises. So from ignorance, such ignorance, and due to this cause, then such this result arises. So that is evolution of the side of the delusion. The other one, where the old age death came from rebirth. So there's all that. Then down to compound action came from the ignorance. So goes down like this before the evolution of the dependent rising takes from ignorance and then starting. So now it's going back to the root of ignorance. Then, like that, also namdachuki tender lujung. So evolution of the cessation, evolution of the dependent arising of the cessation, namdachuki tender lujung. So by stopping ignorance, then compound action gets stopped. So then by stopping that, the consciousness is stopped. And so it goes on like that, you see. So down to, rebirth, then by stopping that, then old age and death doesn't happen to that. Namdachuki tender the evolution of the dependent arising of the cessation. Now, the backwards. Then backwards, the dependent rising of the cessation. By ceasing the old age and death, then you see, then you can stop the rebirth. So then, so yogis, military yogis who wishes to achieve liberation, then need to meditate on this. So to become an expert in the evolution of the Four Noble Truth and backwards. So this Four Noble Truth, so there's some good quotation word. Something's not not clear. So this Four Noble Truth, about this Four Noble Truth, in order to easily understand for sentient being, then related to the outside crops. Then, so 12 dependent relative, you call the evolution, expand, and also backwards. So the old age and death come from birth, rebirth, come from go back. So, so each individual brings how they circle in samsara and how to cease circling in samsara and achieve liberation. How to achieve liberation. So, from by example, clearly explained by example. Then now make it easy to understand for sentient beings, even by drawing the wheel of life. So now the story of the wheel of life. It is taught by Buddha in the Durva Namje text. Subduing the Kasure. Namje. So discriminating, clarifying, I think, clarifying. Subdue the clarifying. Among the Buddha's disciples, here listener, the lesbian follower, the hero listener. Who's excellent in wisdom? It's Sharipu. And who's excellent in psychic power? It's Mangaljipu, two Arhatas. Time to time, both of them go in 6 realms by psychic power. With the freedom, it's psychic power. Then come back in the world, then explain for the Buddha's disciples how the hell beings are suffering. Like that. So they bring Buddha's younger brother, Jungavu. So do not like at all in celibacy. Morality, celibacy. Do not like. So they took him, younger brother, Jungavu, with the psychic power, show the sufferings of the Lord in him. So show the shortcomings of desire. Actually prove, show the suffering of the Lord. You know, the shortcomings of desire. See, human realm, so much desire to the pleasure, you know, so much desire. So shortcomings and the cause, because then show the result of the sufferings in the Lord. So in that way, then let him to engage in dharma, holy dharma. Then all the Buddha's disciples, they are around of them. Then they explained Buddha's attendant Ananda. Then Ananda explained to Buddha. Then Buddha said, in that sutra, Dvanamchi, Kunga was Ananda. Always, Bhishu Sharipu, the Arhat Sharipu, and Megalipu, those two. Won't happen all the time. You know, who can go psychic power with the Lord realms, you know, bring news how they're suffering. Then you see, also they took him, Buddha saying, brother, to show the Lord realm suffering, the result of the shortcomings of desire. You know, so all the time doesn't happen. Like them, they can do, but like them it doesn't happen all the time. So therefore, outside the monastery, there's will of life drawn outside. You see this, kata. Kata, what do you call that? You will porch the one outside? Porch sounds like boat. Huh? Entrance, yeah. So entrance, Kasuri. Huh? What? Then Buddha gave order, Kasuri, to draw the will of light. So Sura Asura count Deva, you see. So 5. Then to the 5 transmigrant brings means hell brings, transmigrant brings, and then animals, then predators, then devas. So like that 5 draw, and like that Buddha said. So at the bottom, then helpings and the animals and the predators, those transmigrant brings draw. So like that. So by saying that indirectly showed they were hymns on the top. So and also draw the eastern continent is exalted, exalted body in the Papua. And then western continent plan to enjoy the ox. And then north continent uninteresting sound. So uninteresting sound. So there is the meaning you understand in the mandala explanation only over mandala. So there to give the meaning of those reasons. So in Palantu, it's unbelievable how this. I don't know, 7 different types. So I mean, you see which kind, even the tail is which kind of tree that gives all the whatever need, you know. So that the cow or the ox, so like that, the enjoyment of that continent. North Dominion, not having Dominion, not having interesting sound. That before 1 week before they die, they hear a negative sound. But 1 week before they die, they hear an uninteresting sound due to the karma from the sky. So all of that, Chang Dominion. Also draw the jumbling, also the south jumbling land with jumble. Then in the center, draw attachment, anger, ignorance in the center. Then Buddha's holy body, Buddha's holy body, showing the word circle, hand like this, you know, pointed to the true path, where there's verses, other side, Ulubra here, then here are the words. Zamba Chachi, Waza Tabekin, and the Shida, the Shawas, Kanjira, the Bible, Jiva Kaba, Duatama Chawa, the words, then that's never true path. So pointing, if you don't like suffering, then you practice true path. So Buddha pointed, Buddha here pointed this. So here, word circle, that's. Draw the sentient beings of the interim, transferring and taking rebirth. In the manner of Suching Yuma, in the manner of the bucket. You see, in India, I don't think on the West, but in the India, well, so you have bucket, you bring the water, so the bucket is tied with the ropes to the stick, you know, tied with the rope, tied with that. So you pull the rope, then the bucket brings the surgeon, that brings water up. So it goes down, bring up, so surgeon. So in that manner, the sentiment is the transfer conscience and then get reborn, draw Buddha says. Yeah, so round, so round, depend rising, the evolution. So from ignorance, all that. So 12 depend rising, 12 depend religion. Then the backwards, because the old age and death come from birth and all that backwards. True. And then, then the whole thing, 6 realms and the things. Then you see, all are nature of impermanence. All are under the control of impermanence. Impermanence, death. You see, whole the hell, hungers, animals, then human beings, spirits, all. You see, so the Kasare, Lord of Death, you see, is not deity. So it's not deity. Some artists draw like deity. You know, the skeleton, the crown, and like the deities. That's deity. So whole will like holding the mouth, and that shows the whole, all the 5, as well, all the 6 real beings are under the control of impermanence, death, impermanence. So, not free from impermanence. Not free from impermanence. All are in the control of impermanence. So it's holding them out. That's why. So that signifies that. No free from not free from impermanence. So all are totally in the control of impermanence. So holding out. Holding out and So you see, we might come a little bit later, but anyway, just to, even before, to give an idea. So the first, you see, in the very center, there's a pig, which shows ignorance. And from pig's mouth, tail or snake, the anger, shows anger. Then also pigeon, tail of pigeon comes from mouth of pig. So that shows from ignorance comes the anger and attachment. So many will of life, you see, the chicken, rooster, snake, rooster and snake, I don't know, something like that. So that is many will of life like that. Many, mostly, I think maybe mostly from Nepal, I'm sure. So that seems that's not a Gongda Sutra. The Gongda Sutra, what the Buddha said is from pig, then both animals' tail is mouth. So ignorance, then the anger attachment coming. So why pigeon was used for attachment? Pigeon is so much attachment. So much attachment. So much attachment to the, I don't know, to the husband or wife, pigeon, you see. So there's human beings spit snot on the floor, on the ground, snot. Then snot pick up, then gives the wife or husband or the pigeon, you see. So strong attachment, unbelievable attachment. So that's why the pigeon is used there. So like that. Both tails has come from. Well, I think the snake. What's called the chicken? Rooster, and then rooster and snake. I'm not sure. So the problem is, if you have attachment, then the anger. If you have attachment, then of course the anger rises after that. So you see, attachment didn't get what you want, then you get anger rises or whatever you say like that. So some harm to attachment, then anger rises. So, but if you have Pam Sutra, then both tails coming from mouth to pig. So that's the cause of suffering, the delusion, cause of samsara. So the pig, definitely ignorance, but the pig is the ignorance. Many things ignorance. I've been talking to people many days. So that while there's no. I mean, what exists is what is mere level by the mind. Most unbelievable subtle. It exists, but it's most unbelievable subtle. It's like our mind, it like doesn't exist. Light doesn't exist. Not that it doesn't exist, but light. So that's the reality, but when I appeared back, we appeared, wrong way. As you heard of me, wrong way, real, and then you believe on that. True. So that ignorance, your root of samsara, that ignorance, holding I real, that one. So the pig stuff like that, root of samsara. Your samsara, not other people's, your samsara. So that's true cause of suffering. Kunjung, all rising, so from where they, all the delusions, all the sufferers from the all rising. So then there's this side black, then this side white. So there's motivated karma out of that ignorance, motivated karma. So that's what of course, with the anger, then the action becomes non-virtue. But with the attachment is there. Attachment, of course, through this life, then the action becomes non-virtue, cause of lordship. But no attachment. Mind is unstained by the attachment to this life, but the attachment to future life, samsara. So that action becomes the cause of samsara. Not cause of lower realm, but the cause of samsara. You see, being attached to future life samsara. So the virtue, that action becomes dharma, virtue, but then you don't get a born lower realm, but you burn samsara, so future life samsara, you see. So it's still dharma, yes, but it becomes cause of future life, so samsara. So there's a black, then negative karma, done out of that, negative karma. So there's a human, kind of drawing the negative human beings kind of change or yamas bring down the Lord. So getting reborn, rebirth in the Lord. So this side, the white, so good karma, signify good karma out of that. Then human beings are well dressed, carrying prayer, whatever those methods of collecting marriage, periods, what people. So anyway, well dressed and kind of, like that, you see, getting higher rebirth. They were human being, or they were human being, pure land, or like that. So like that, you see. Signify. So, then so now 3% of the mind, the delusion, then the karma, you see. So those two are all rising, the cause of samsara, you see. So the hell, maybe this, Prada animal, then they hear human being, human realm, then sura, so that, so they, see, so here this three Lord realms signify mainly suffering of pain. They suffering of rebirth, old age, death, then so the show are suffering pain, doing it. There was all this dissatisfaction, that. Separating from desirable object, meeting undesirable object. How much you find desirable object, you can't never find satisfaction. Then even $1 million, billion, zillion dollars, so much. His mind is supposed to be what expected is the mind is happier, but it doesn't become more and more dissatisfied. Unbelievable suffering, unbelievable dissatisfied. So like that. Anyway, so suffering, pain, and depression, all that. Then suffering, the aggregate, the three. So, the truth signifies suffering, pain, three rods. Then suffering change. Suffering change, the truth signifies. Then human realm, deva realm, the asura and sura, desire realm. Now, in some of the world, very rarely, some of the real lives, there's like this. There's 17 categories. 17 what? Right. So the form realm. So very rarely artists draw form realm. So like that 70 categories. That's form realm. So the human beings there's suffering change. There's some sort of pleasure to show that. Which is another suffering. There's all the samsara pleasures, music, food, clothing, sex, and then all the things. Samsara pleasure. So to signify another suffering, you see. So these three human beings, Sura. So, and then form realm, which that shows several change, yeah. Yeah, I think the form realm has several change. Form realm has several change. Yes, Geshe Sopa Rinpoche. So there are 4 firm contemplation, samdeshi. For firm contemplation, you achieve that by achieving shamatha. Through meditation, that you get about that. So, so there's levels, 17 categories. So there's several change. Now after that, formless realm. Formless realm, there's no drawing. Formless realm, there's no drawing. So formless realm, only suffering, there's no suffering change. Only pervasive compound suffering. So still develop. Formless, but still develop formless. Mind is the nature of suffering, the pervasive compound suffering. So, like the 3 lower realms, the desire realm. So the human being, the Sura, like that same. They have no form, but their mind is under the control of delusion karma. They are not free of delusion karma. They are under the control of delusion karma. So their mind is pervaded by suffering. And their mind is a contaminated seed of delusion karma. So from the seed, delusion rises, suffering rises, future life suffering rises, so like that. So they have pervasive compound suffering. They don't have suffering pain, suffering change. So permanently. So of course, then when they come off our long trip there, finishes, and then they get reborn in the lower realm, in the human being, like that, you see, Sura, so that. So Kasura, all like this. So Kasura. Then on the, you see, there's a drawing there, 12 dependent related limbs. Then there are 12 dependent related limbs. How you circle, how we circle in samsara. So it shows. So we'll go through that tomorrow. And, so the Yama control, they're holding the wheel of life like this with the 2 hands. That shows the whole 6 realm beings under the control of whole 6 realm beings suffer true suffering and true cause of suffering. The 2 hands holding the wheel of life shows that suffer. The suffering, the true suffering, conclusion, you see, now, true hands holding all the 6 realm beings suffering, true and true cause of suffering. Shows. Then, so here, Buddha here, pointed out here, and here on the above head, a circle, white one, cessation suffering. So if you don't like suffering, you want freedom from samsara, point true path. So pointing here. So above the hand there's a white. Sometimes the white one is done also that. So like that. So so stupa touching. So here. Stupa touching. You want cha. Attempt and renounce. Attempt means path. Path to liberation. See, attempt. So means 3 hard trainings. I mean, you can think of it as I explained to you, 3 secrets of the mind. I mean, Lamdran, you see the greater part of lower capable, the refuge and the protecting karma, you see, morality, see. And then the 3 hard training as to achieve liberation. The first to achieve higher, but then the second one to achieve liberation, engage in 3 hard training. Then in the bodhicitta, that's parameters for the enlightenment. So they say, Zamba touching. So, Zamba touching, so attempt the true path. You are tasked means renouncing the true suffering, true suffering. Sangye tela jugo task, enter in the dharma. The making the transitions, like the elephant stuck in the mud, can't get out. You sink in the mud. Elephant, you see, so can't get out. So like that, being in the samsara is like that. So we have being in the samsara, it's a nature of suffering. So suffering pain, suffering change, pervasive compound suffering. So you have to know that. So when we in the daily life, when we experience problems, so we should be aware of that, because then the problems happen. So I mean, suffering there, but our mind, we don't see the suffering change and suffering purpose. We don't see it. Then one of the things is suffering pain. Maybe not all the suffering pain, but so anyway, to remind. This means I'm in samsara. So that means you need to be free of samsara. Therefore, you need to listen, reflect, meditate, practice on the Lamdram path to enlightenment. So Tambikina, Langchenchen, like the elephant got stuck in the mud. But I saw, you see, the housemate of not a large house. That elephant freely can go inside. Some easy to fall down. Elephant goes inside the clubs. So as well as that also in the expansion. Chida deni shombarchas. Destroy the kata. As well. So we'll have to follow some grammar or something, understand the letter. But anyway, what it's destroy the Lord of Death, your Lord of Death. Conscientious, yeah. Anybody who is extremely conscientious, engaging in this vinaya, dharma vinaya, then then you abandon samsara, the cycle of rebirth, death. So you abandon. Duan tama chevertus, and then they become the last suffering, samsara. You don't have to. You are free forever from something. So Buddha said to draw this. So please understand. If you're buying wool of life, most wool of life don't have that. Because the artist didn't read what Buddha said in the Kanjur. So what is there? The mostly pure land. Sometimes even not pure land. You see, the pure land is not the main subject. Four Noble Truth is the main subject. What Buddha has taught in Sarnath, so 5 disciples. What Buddha has taught is the Four Noble Truths. Oh, so then then President Brahmin, the teachings are there. Oh, then they say, taught at Rajgir. Oh, then the third teaching, then it was given to, what's it called? Do you know name? Third teaching where the Buddha taught. Bashala. Yes. Four noble, not pure land, it's the Four Noble Truths. Many Tangas from Nepal, others don't read, don't study. So I don't know, some maybe teachers, some draw pure land, not a true path. Then many artists then disciples to follow to that. Sometimes even there's no pure land. Not only no true path, but there's no even pure land. Many times, many times missing. The Four Noble Truths. You see, they expect true suffering, true cause suffering, true cause suffering, and true suffering. But then you see, how to get rid of that? How to make yourself free from samsara? So the true path, whole true path. Then you achieve the true suffering. But it's not there. True path is not there. Most of the will of life. That's missing. And many times also missing, true cessation of suffering also missing. The will, about the Buddha's handle this, the white thing is not there. Okay? So, yes, either you give order correctly, then draw order. Otherwise, many will lives, you won't get wrong will life. So that, you have to know that. Like that. Okay, so my master, So that's very sad. Very sad, because the artist didn't study. They only copy what is taught. Only copy. Then you see, if somebody wants to learn, then not correct. So the many tangas you bought, you carry in the West, then you see, so sometimes it's difficult to explain. You see incorrect tangas, then person paid a lot of money. So sometimes it's difficult to explain that to the person. So either you order correctly to draw, like that. So anyway, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So the nunnery, and I try to bring this true path to draw well. Not that. Yeah, sometimes the impermanence or the lot of death, or the skeleton. I think maybe someone has mentioned skeleton. There's a will of life, skeleton, not the normal skeleton. So that is so impermanence. So. So it's very, very important to correct. Then you see, Buddha said to have that, and then there should be a monk who, when the people come to explain rule of life, so, we should have a monk who explains the rule of life when the people come to the monastery, so like that, Buddha. So from there, then you understand why become monk. You understand from there, the tales, they can understand why become monk. Why there's a monastery? Why become monk and nun? Why? So that from explaining the rule of life, then you can understand very deep, deep reason. So, not just like Hare Krishna trip, not like that. Okay, so we'll start, so tomorrow. Both are troubling. So, okay. No, did all the past, present, future, marriage, through the marriage, the Buddhas. But the Bodhicitta, ultimate heart, from where all the happiness comes and the enlightenment to you, and to all sentient beings, made regenerate in the heart of all the sentient beings. In the numberless helpings, in numberless hunger, numberless animals, in the heart of numberless animals. Oh, numberless, oh, the fish, numberless chickens, we eat, chickens, numberless goats, and this is when you come from Kathmandu, there's a little bit more close, a little bit up, not in Kathmandu, but more up. Where the goats killed. So in the room, there are goats brought there. And I think they feel not safe. Oh, they're all like this, big eyes. Like this big eyes. They're not sure what's going to happen next. They're all like this. Like that, the goats, many goats, in the room. After that, they were killed up. So, all like that, they're all afraid. So all that, yeah. Can you imagine? They are human beings and they can talk, and they're all like this. They know they're going to be killed. Can you imagine if it's human beings? If it's yourself? If it's human beings, can you imagine how it is frightening to these animals? So the numberless Bodhicitta to be generated, numberless ants, numberless the mosquitoes, and numberless tiniest flies, all the insects. And the ground, in the ocean, under the ground, in the bushes, So Bodhicitta tradition in all them, Bodhicitta tradition in the human realms. There are numberless universe in all the human beings. Sura, Asura, Ramsalam, but the children to be generated, all them. Then, yeah, that's what like that. And those who have generated may be developed, developed in all of our heart. All the students and here, all of us, our heart, including our family members who are dead already, living there. Yeah. Oh, so some of the families in the lower realm. Can you imagine? In the lower realm, you met, but you don't recognize. In the goats or fish or like that, born, hell realms or hungry animals. Even you met, you don't know. Even you ate, even you catch, you ate, but you don't know. Circle like that. Yeah, because with the distribution, with us, including our family members. So I was telling the Thanksgiving Day, what's the big bird? Turkey. 66 million? 65 million get killed on Thanksgiving Day in America. So you see, so like that, then you see how the America will be perfect. How the America will have all the free, all the comfort. How long can last? Then you see, Thanksgiving Day, 60 what? How much? 65 million get killed. So we did practice purifying them about Sapa. We did, and we came with the prayers. But the Sapa's extensive prayer for them. I told the students to pray and so. But I was saying that many of those what the name of the bird? Turkey. Many of the Turkeys are Americans. Many of the Turkeys, because they killed Turkeys before, so they were born as Turkeys, and people don't know they're Americans before. Oh, so and the fishermen catching fish, they were fishermen before they fish. They killed the fishermen before. They were, see? So it's a circle, I'm not that. Can you imagine? So I said to the student, especially America, I was telling them what different practice they should do on that day. It's more than in Nepal. I thought Nepal is the only one killing so much animal. They say, I think 7, how many days? 이마가들, 거기를 sunset, 이마가들, 이마집을 yeah. And the place that they kill and sacrifice. But I think that America so much more that one day. So the country absolutely suffer one day. So anyway, it's very scary. Yeah. So okay, but it's to be generated. So I was mentioning them various practice, what they can do. So Vaishnava offering and all kinds of different whatever they can, so dedicate for their Turkish. So anyway, so Oi Chanjo Sanjo Rinpoche Maje Bana Jeju Jeba Nyamba Meba Ye Gone Gondo Bewa Ju Tony Tawa Rinpoche Ma Jeba Nga Jeju Jeba Nyamba Meba Ye Gone Gondo Saragunda Java Tonga O Karave Goveshing and Dependent Vama Lujuan Jeres Watan Jatu Shabes Depoto Tinju Tony Jesun Jabala Chijas and the Ganjan Chanabemo and the Jadola Zoa and the Doshidalun Rojo Saragunda Java Tonga the Jashin was the Javanga Bella something. Kejetayan Dawama Juji Mejananda to actualize Lama Tonga was teaching in this way like that. Mejananda Tamejananda Rajan the Javang the Jetta Jugaring and Losan Javet and the Javara Ejo Pandela Menamba Tawala Kejetayan Loda Migeja in the Lebato Lamechel Azamla Jubar Ajo. We're responsible to pray for the world, to do all the past, the best of which I married to glory, I married to glory, but numbers, but that's may the wars that happen now and the future to be stopped immediately. May the cause of famine, disease, and dangers of fire, water, air, all these problems to be stopped immediately. And the global problems to be stopped immediately. And the perfect peace, they made the perfect peace happiness be prevailed in everyone's heart. In everyone's heart. By general love, kindness, compassion, bodhicitta, they made the Dharma last long time, from where they receive peace, happiness, peace from, and then I made the Dharma and made the achieving enlightenment as soon as possible. They may be able to cherish every single sentence being more than sky filled with the diamond, which grand jewels. Then freedom from samsara bring the enlightenment. Ane samjaya tamjaya la ishi no le la be tanjo drube samba tato jabara zemba jo tanye tonga mato sama jesu chenyang ro regama tamzo jaba tamjeja tiya mola tunga guje ne namba gundo da then did all the past, best of which I married to Global, I married to Global, number listening, number Buddhas, that which exists in my name. As I who exists in my name. So do not exist from a society or empty from a society. Achieve the Buddhahood which exists in my name. So totally empty from a side. Do not exist from a side, totally empty from a side. Lead all the sentient beings. Who exists in my name. And through that Buddhahood which exists in my name. By myself alone, who exists in my name. Jambal Bhava Jita Jimbada Gunda Zambo Deyanda Chatakunji Jechun Talo Chinkewa Dita Tam Chiratu Ngo Tutu Shebe Jawa Tam Chi Ngowa Kangla Chutu Ngowa Yentaya Kewe Tawa Tiki Sambo Chuchiratu Ngo Aji Chi Jian Jai Bai Sai Nga Chai Sai Nai Bai Pe Wai Da Geshe Sopa Rinpoche Thank you very much.